My question is, given all these demotions, what is your personal religion, or is there any type of God to you? Like, is there a purpose?
But let me ask you, what do you mean when you use the word God?
All I know is that I wasn't alone. And for the first time in my life, I wasn't scared of nothing. Not even dying. It was God.
There's no chance that you had this experience because some part of you needed to have it?
Who is more humble? The scientist who looks at the universe with an open mind and accepts whatever the universe has to teach us?
Ironically, the thing that people are most hungry for, meaning, is the one thing that science hasn't been able to give them.
Or somebody who says everything in this book must be considered the literal truth, and never mind the fallibility of all the human beings involved in the writing of this book.
Come on, it's like you're saying that science killed God. What if science simply revealed that he never existed in the first place?
The word God covers an enormous range of different ideas, running from an outsized, light-skinned male.
Now these scientists have had their chance. Are these the kind of people that you want talking to your God for you?
To the kind of God that Einstein or Spinoza talked about, which is very close to the sum total of the laws of the universe. And if that's what you want to call God, then of course God exists. What is faith?
Now, all it requires on our part is...
Faith? It is belief in the absence of evidence.
I was going to say a sense of adventure.
Believing when there's no compelling evidence is a mistake.
Dr. Arroway, would you consider yourself a spiritual person?
I don't really understand the point of the question.
Do you believe in God?
The idea is to withhold belief until there is compelling evidence.
As a scientist, I rely on empirical evidence. What I meant to say is that the message was written in the language of science. Now, if it had been religious in nature, it should have taken on the form of a burning bush or a big booming voice from the sky.
But a voice from the sky is exactly what you found, Dr. Arroway.
Religion deals with history, with poetry, with great literature, with ethics, with morals, including the morality of treating compassionately the least fortunate among us. All of these are things that I endorse wholeheartedly. Where religion gets into trouble is in those cases that it pretends to know something about science.
Celestial event. No words. No words to describe. Poetry. They should have said the poet. So beautiful.
When you say, do you believe in God? If I say yes or if I say no, you have learned absolutely nothing.
I guess I'm asking you to define yours if you have one.
But why would we use a word so ambiguous that means so many different things?
It gives you freedom to define it as
It gives you freedom to seem to agree with someone else with whom you do not agree. There's a tingling in the spine, a catch in the voice, a faint sensation as if a distant memory. of falling from a great height.
And by doing this, you're willing to give your life. You're willing to die for it. Why?
From as long as I can remember, I've been searching for something, some reason why we're here. What are we doing here? Who are we? If this is the chance to find out even just a little part of that answer, I don't know, I think it's worth a human life. Don't you?
We are exploring the deepest questions that every human culture has asked. Questions of origins. In this case, where did the Earth come from? Where does the solar system come from? Where do we come from? It is an enterprise which is peaceful, which is on behalf of the entire human community, and which will be remembered for thousands of years. I'd be ashamed of my civilization if we had the tools to find out the answers and refused to learn.
Dr. Arroway, you come to us with no evidence, no record, no artifacts, only a story that, to put it mildly, strains credibility. Are you really going to sit there and tell us we should just take this all on faith?
Is it possible that it didn't happen? Yes. I had an experience. I can't prove it. I can't even explain it. But everything that I know as a human being, everything that I am tells me that it was real. I was given something wonderful, something that changed me forever. A vision of the universe that tells us undeniably how tiny and insignificant and how rare and precious we all are. A vision that tells us that we belong to something that is greater than ourselves, that we are not, that none of us are alone. I wish I could share that. I wish that everyone, if even for one moment, could feel that awe and humility and hope.
The cosmos is all that is, or ever was, or ever will be.